Hi, welcome to this episode of Cooking with the Davises. This is a new journey that I want to just, until I'm able to get back into the kitchen, I want to share with you my journey, my year, my ups, my downs, my ins and my outs, and where I'm trying to get back to the kitchen. Hey! I'm back in the kitchen. I'm back in the kitchen, but I'm down here at the table. I'm not gonna go up top today, but my daughter, my baby girl, she made a request of me. She wants me to make a pecan pie. And so I was like, okay, I can sit down and make that. And she's like, oh, mama, please. I'm like, okay, sure. I said, can I put a twist on it? And she was like, mama, what? I said, just tell me I can put a twist on it. And she was like, now, mama, if it's nasty, I'm going to tell you. I'm like, yes, as you should. I want you to. But I hope it don't be nasty to her. We talking about pecan flavor, sugar, all them good groceries. But let's not talk too much. Let's talk about what we are making and gonna put in this and what you need. But let me state a disclaimer. I don't measure anything. I cook by the spirit. I measure by the palm. If my spirit tell me that's enough, that's enough. If my palm say that's enough, that's enough. And I'll deal with the backlash thereof, or maybe it needs this, maybe it needs that. And maybe one day I will grow to cook by measurements so I can better assist someone that maybe want to make something. But I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm not gonna come in here acting ignorant, like that. But I have this spoon that was given to me by my grandmother. And this spoon measures out every single thing for me for the last 25 years. The same spoon. Okay, let's get started with this pecan pie. And what you're gonna need to make this pecan pie, nail art. I will be putting on gloves because I have rhinestones on my nails, and I don't want they can grow out my body, so they can fall off my body. So I'm gonna be putting on gloves after I tell you everything that you're gonna need to make this pecan pie. Okay, let's get started. Boom. I told you about the spoon. Boom. And you're gonna need a mixing bowl. I have a glass mixing bowl, but I thought this was so pretty. But you can see inside when it comes time to show you. A bowl. You're gonna need some pecans. And you're gonna need an egg that's room temperature. You're gonna need my surprise ingredients, strawberry extract. That's gonna be the flavor of my pecan pie. It's gonna be a strawberry pecan pie. Let's get into it. Okay. You're gonna need some Karo syrup. I'm going with the light color Karo syrup. And this is really what, I'll get to that part in a minute. And I got some sugar on deck. Disclaimer, I'm a diabetic, so I'm really trying to do things differently. And we'll talk more about that, at a later time. But I have to really, really, really watch my salt intake, my sugar intake. So I'm trying to cut things down, and if not so much down, cut it out. And disclaimer, since March, I have lost 72 pounds by cutting things down and out. So it's working for me, and I got pictures to prove that. And you're gonna need a stick of melted butter. That's a stick of melted butter. It is unsalted butter, okay? And you're gonna need, I'm debating on whether I should hit this thing off with just a pinch of vanilla syrup, vanilla extract. I'm gonna cross that bridge when I get to it. If my spirit say, put it in there, Hope, I'm gonna put it in there. And if it say let the strawberry stand alone, strawberry gonna stand alone. And you're gonna need some pie crust. Okay, what I didn't have is the deep dish pie crust, but my daughter, she don't like a lot of the filling of the pecan pie. She really liked the crust in the pecan, so I'm making it to her liking. So get into it, but you can read the bottle of the caramel syrup, and it will give you directions on how to make it. I'm gonna say the correct way or the everybody's way, but when you're cooking for your family, you cook the way that you know that they will eat it. I say that again with stress. You cook the way that you know your family will eat the food that you have lovingly prepared. And everybody can make changes to anything that they cook in their home for their family. Let's not put a staple or a stamp on, no, that's not how it's done. No, you don't do it that way. Well, my family eats it this way. So let's disclaim that. So this is how my daughter wants her pecan pie. And as a mother that I am, I'm gonna fix it that way. All right, first thing first, I'm gonna put on my gloves. And like I said, I have rhinestones on my nails that I did myself. I'm learning how to do that. In my spare time, I clean nails and have fun too. But I'm putting on my gloves. As soon as I start putting on my gloves, I'm gonna start putting stuff in the bowl. And this recipe do not take long at all. And y'all excuse me for 1 second. That's my baby.
Hey, Joni.
And excuse me for 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And in no specific order, I'm just gonna do what I do. Now, I'm gonna take some caramel syrup. No, I'm gonna start my pecans. And my baby, she likes pecans, so this is her pie. And I'm gonna start with maybe, I guess, that will be 2 cups of pecans. What's that, Mom? I got 2 cups of pecans in the bowl. Maybe a cup and a half. Okay, pecans in. I'm gonna pour some caramel syrup in. If I can get it open. Okay. Now, I'm gonna start by saying I'm gonna pour just some water. I'm gonna stir the pecan caramel syrup in here, maybe a half a cup. Okay, if I need some more, I will pour some more. And a whole stick of butter melted. And this is my butter. Okay. And we got the 1 egg. I think I dropped the shell in here. I got it. There you go. an eggshell. Okay, I got the butter, pecans, egg, Karo syrup. Let's go with the vanilla. Excuse me, strawberry. I'm gonna start out with 2 capfuls of strawberry flavor extract, excuse me, and pour it in there because I really want the strawberry one. 2 capfuls of strawberry. Okay. And now I'm gonna pour in this is a full 1/3 cup of sugar. I'm not going to pour all that in there because I really am being diabetic friendly. Out of this 1/3 cup of that Karo syrup is sweet and plain. So I guess you can say I'm using maybe 1 teaspoon of white sugar. And we're gonna make it do what it do. And I think I'm gonna hit it off with maybe a hit of vanilla. What's wrong?
I thought you were doing strawberry.
I did. You deep in there.
Sorry.
And this is pure vanilla extract. And I think I'm just gonna use a 1/2 capful of the vanilla extract. Hey, baby.
Oh, you make her pie?
Yes.
Just put a little poison in it.
I'm on camera.
Okay. I thought you. Hello.
And I'm using a 1/2 cap of
Y'all being so nice to
vanilla.
make a little pecan pie.
Yeah. And so now, tell your little friend to shut up before I punch in the face now.
Shut up. Push your punch on the face.
So now you're gonna stir it up. And I think I'm gonna need a little more Karo syrup. Go in this, loosen it up a little bit. Cause it's a little too stiff for me. And maybe I should have did all the wet ingredients then did the pecan, but oh well, it all gotta cook together. I'm not a baker. I'm not Betty Crocker, I'm Hope. And I should be the last one trying to bake something, but when your baby asks you to do something and they spoiled it, I don't know what to do. What are we to do? Nothing but try to make it what they want, child. Y'all know how that goes. Oh, I don't know if I told y'all this. Packers. I'm gonna have to pour a little more Karo syrup. It's a little too sour. Another 1/2 cup of Karo syrup. Oh, might as well pour it out, just a corner left. So that's all the Karo syrup. Mama, you preheat the oven for me? Yes. And so this pie is gonna have to go in the oven for say, but whatever it say, that's how long it's gonna be in the oven. I can't see it. Okay. All right. Now we got consistency going. Okay. I think I like where this is going. And I think that's plenty. Because it's not a deep dish pie crust, so can't put too much filling in there. So that's that. I'm gonna try to chop some of them up. I should have done this beforehand, but I'm doing it because I feel like it. Open that pie crust up. And
I'm gonna let you handle that. It's two of them. I wanna bring it.
okay. And I'll be right back. Okay. Now I'm gonna pour the filling in the bowl. I got it mixed. I had to have my daughter come help me mix it, so. But it's okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna mix the filling in the pie crust. Well, it looks like I'm gonna be making two pies.
Even better.
Well, look like I made enough filling to make two pies. Cause Mama, I can't freeze this, can I? Oh, so two pies it is. Yeah, I still talk to my mama and ask her how to do this and how to do that, and hey, let's get it going. But I don't know everything. I promise you that. And the The pecan pies are ready to go in the oven. Alright, that's that. And so now we're going to put these pies in the oven, and they're going to bake for I think that thing say 20 minutes, or you know you'll get a glaze about it. Or look about it that you'll know it's done. So when the pies get done, I'll be back. But I'm gonna keep this video going because my mother wants me to cut up collard greens and season some beef stew. So I'm gonna switch out my gloves and start these collard greens and make it do what it do. And that's gonna be that. And I'll be back I'll be back to show you the pies. Y'all will see them. And but now we're gonna switch over to collard greens. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Look at the pecan pie. It is not burnt. It is very caramel. And we like caramel around here. So get in on the edges, get in on that crust, and get in on the center. This is the center of dessert, the center of the joy for the night. And guess what? We're about to tear it up.
Next video. My next video is my next mission, is collard greens. So what I need is, Mama, this the right kind of knife for the collards?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do collard greens. I'm not gonna wash them, but I'm gonna pick them, look over them, and cut them. And my mom's gonna wash them, but they look pretty clean, so it shouldn't be a big deal. And I'm gonna take y'all on this journey with me. So the way that I was taught to do collard greens was you cut off a lot of the stem. Now, the way I'm gonna go about doing this is I'm gonna do it in sections. I'm gonna, all that, the greens, I want the greens. So I'm gonna pull them off. And I'm just gonna show you what I'm doing for this part. And I'm not gonna make y'all sit here through all of that, but like the greens, I don't want all the stems, and it's just too much, and it still make it take so much longer to cook to me, and it don't have to take that long, you know.
See y'all later.
All right, baby. See you tonight.
Bye.
Bye, babies. That's my daughter and her friend. They came home on their lunch break. And she is in college, but she's on Christmas break, so My baby's growing up. Y'all see my boo-boo? It happened when I was in the hospital. And my elbows were ashy because I had a valve and didn't motion up. But it's okay. I should have lotioned up, but I was so excited. And my son was like, oh, Mama, you want to do a video of what you doing? Child? I was like, let's film that shower. My daughter told me, Mama, you better be still. I'm like, girl, you better get me out of the shower. My son would have set me up with a video. And if y'all know my passion, I love to cook. But like I say, we'll get more into depth about my health, but I'm making my way back. I'm making my way back, and I'm making such good progress, until my therapist be like, wow, we love patients like you. You can see the determination in your face that you want to get back to where you was, at least the best that you can, because you was in a happy place. I really was. I really am. This is my happy place. The kitchen is what I can display all my love and affection and pour it out into the foods that I cook, into the seasoning that I put into food. And y'all know what else? This right here is what they call good occupational therapy. It's using my hands and stuff in a way that it helps me to get stronger. And that's what I want to do. Because I had spent this whole year just about in the hospital. A month and a half. This month right here of last year, no, it actually started June of last year, sorry, is when this mayhem and foolishness hit me. And it's really called congestive heart failure. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I can tell you one incident that happened for sure. I went to the doctor, my cardiologist, as a matter of fact. This was June of last year, June 9th, exactly. We came into the office, he told my son, and he was like, Jeremiah, stop right there. And Jeremiah was like, is something wrong, sir? Yes, sir. You know, is something wrong? And he was like, yeah, I'm finna put your mom in the hospital. I'm looking like, wait a minute. You know, I just got here. Wait a minute. What is going on? He said, Miss Davis, I can tell in the way you're breathing. I'm going to put up pictures and show you my face. My face was this swollen. In my skin, I was high yellow. People don't believe that that was me on that picture, but it was me. They thought I had on too much makeup or something. No, actually I just had on lipstick that day and a red dress. My face was just that yellow. My vitamin D was depleted to where it had took all the color out of me. And he stopped Jeremiah right then and there and said, I'm gonna make the arrangements right now. Take her on to where I live at. It's called St. Francis Hospital. And you know, Jeremiah did just so. And he called in and before we left, he told us the room number and everything. I'm like, what? And so I went on over there, you know. I thought they were just gonna run some tests or something, you know, see what's going on. That one day turned into a whole month. And just trying to get fluid off. And then other things started popping up, and it's been a roller coaster since then. But that's how come when that's what started some of this mayhem and food that I'm going through. But these greens look pretty darn good. Where's the camera? Look pretty good. But and so now, like I say, ever since March of this year, I was in the hospital for the last time, and that was my birthday month. And it's so interesting because I was like, I can't believe I'm back here. And you know, everybody on that floor, they had gotten so used to me. And you know, with being in the hospital, they just practically knew, hey, Miss Davis, you know, such, oh, blah, 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 you know, until they put a note on my door saying that it's Miss Davis's birthday. I know she don't want to be here. When you walk by, please sign her door. And I'm going to show y'all that card or that paper on another video with doctors, hospital staff, kitchen staff, everybody who walked by that room, and they knew Miss Davis or somebody pointed their attention to it, signed her door. They did, and some of the get well, you know, you were a joy to have as a patient. Don't want you as a patient, but since you are a joy to have. All just the comments that they put really, you know, I'm not gonna say it made the trip worthwhile, no. But it made me feel really better, but meant that I wanted to be at home. So, but it was very loving. But that's a little segment of my story. And y'all, we're gonna get into these greens, and when I finish cutting them, I'll be back. And like I said, these greens look like really, really good. Really good. I'm surprised. So I'm gonna get back when it's time for me to cut them, and I'm gonna show you how I like to cut them. Some days I like to be all fancy, you know. Today gonna be one of them days. And some days I usually would just tear them off like that. But today I'm gonna chop them nice and neat. Cause I ain't got nothing else to see in the field. Okay, I'm back. I finished stemming the collard greens, and so now I'm rolling them up like such, and I'm gonna cut them, okay? Let me try to bring the camera down and show you how I got my cutting board, and I'm gonna cut it. Okay. I think y'all can see it. I hope you can. Okay. I put on some more gloves, and and y'all, I got another assignment after this. I'm gonna be showing you how I'm gonna season and prep the beef stew for my mom to cook. And so, this is how I'm cutting up the collard greens, kind of nice and systematic. I sort of like things kind of neat. No, it ain't no sort of. I really do, y'all. And sometimes they like it and sometimes they don't. But they just glad I'm in the kitchen. They're not even complaining. And so I take the collard greens and I lay them down and I roll it up. And like I said on the onset, y'all, this is such good therapy for me until it's not even funny. And I just pray I don't cut myself. And I am like really excited that I'm in the kitchen, just being a part of it. Ooh, yeah, I can smell them pecan pies. I can't wait to see how they turn out. And so I don't know if my son is going to do a video of him cooking the collard greens. I don't know. But right now, this video is all about me and me working in the kitchen and doing what I do. And he might do a video and he might not. We'll see. I can make a request that he do. But if he don't, y'all know how they clean and cut and everything else. So, but we got some collard green videos up, but you know, from start to finish. But this go around, it's gonna be about me making my way back to the kitchen. Not so much as how I cook or what I cook. It is making me making progress in doing what I love to do, and that is cook. And that's what these videos are mostly about. As long as I bring that flavor into these groceries and that love into these groceries, we got a meal. And that's what these videos are mostly about. So if you can enjoy it from that angle of understanding what it's about, what this is about, that would be so greatly appreciated. And so don't judge me on what they say, come for me about not seeing this or what you put in this. That's not my ministry right now. But I am going to share with you what I'm going to be putting in this beef stew that my mother has washed. And it's sitting on the sideline. And what I do want to share is how I season my food now. You know, it's so wild and it's just amazing. I mean, just how much coverage and how much seasoning I save with doing it this way. You know, I don't lose none. It stays in the pot with the food. Or it stays on the food. It gets in the food. We're gonna show you. And it's gonna be beef stew today. And we're gonna put some potatoes in it and some carrots. And we're gonna cook it in the oven. Not on top, in the oven. So once I do my part, my mom is gonna, but we'll talk about that when I get to the beef stew. And I'll be on that in a few minutes. I am making such progress. Excuse me, y'all. I get thirsty. Water is the answer, and it's also something I gotta watch the intake on that. I'm on a fluid restriction. Only 1,500 milligrams of fluid a day. I don't necessarily stay on that because some days I be really, really thirsty. Like, if y'all don't give me some water, oh mama, you bet. I need some water in my life. And I be so thirsty. And I drink coffee now, but guess what? I drink it with no sugar. Who would have thought? My daughter brought this non-dairy or some type of, what is it called? Creamer. And it's low fat, right? Or something like that.
Non-dairy.
It's non-dairy, okay. And she puts that in my coffee. You talking about a good cup of Joe? Oh my gosh. It's that gotten to the point where I'm drinking coffee before I go to bed. And it don't make me hyper or anything. I just sip on a little cup of coffee while I'm watching something on TV. When I'm done, I just turn off and go to sleep. But that coffee feels so good because I be cold for one. Like right now, I'm cold. And they sitting up here with the back door open. As if I'm not cold. So I'm gonna put my sweater on. Y'all know what? Believe it or not, I was tired already. So I'm gonna finish cutting up these collard greens, and I'll be back to show you what I did when I'm finished with it. And like I say, I don't know what kind of footage you're gonna get after this, but if we get some footage of the these greens being cooked, wonderful. But if we don't, like I said on the onset, these recordings are just showing me making my way back into the kitchen with what I can do independently on my own without having to have no one babysit me, so to speak, like they done in the previous video when I tried to make the pepper steak, I think, for my baby. In which they did not even mind. For one, they were happy that they didn't have to cook or whatever. They were just sitting at the table, you know. One was sitting up top with me, you know, just in case I need anything. And, you know, take the food in and out the oven and stuff like that. But I was nervous the whole time, so don't judge me on this video. But like I said, this segment is about me just doing what I do and being very therapeutic, or using my therapy, talk skills to use my hands and stuff, because if I don't use it, it'll get stiff, and don't nobody want to be stiff. Okay, let me bring y'all back up. Okay, I hope that's a good angle. As I finish these up, I'll be back because I'm gonna pass this on over to the next person. You know, it's almost like we got an assembly line of cooking. I'm doing the prep work, they doing some work, and the other one doing some work. We're coming together and making a meal come together. So yeah, I'll be back when I'm ready to do this beef stew, and I'm gonna show you what I have and what you're gonna need. And I'm still excited. And my mama's back there, she just smiling. She's so happy. She's happy to see me happy and happy to see me in the kitchen. I'll be back. Beef stew was on the way. I really wanted pork chops. Maybe I can get pork chops because I'm not a big beef stew eater. I really don't like beef stew that much. But I'm going to eat it though. It just won't be all. I think I'm going to mess with the greens mostly today. And my mother is making a macaroni pie. And so it's just 3 things on the menu. Oh, I got some corn, so I might just eat some the greens and the corn today. I'll taste the beef stew, but I really would like baked pork chop or a seared pork chop, but maybe a baked one. That sounds so good. With some mushrooms over it. Okay, I'll be back. Think about a whole lot of meal. Boop.
Okay, so we let me get my words together. We put some turkey wings in this broth and it made its own broth. This is nothing but turkey wings, no seasoning, nothing but turkey wings and pure water. Did you hear me? Turkey wings and pure water. Ooh. Okay, and now we're gonna get our greens. We got them washed up. And we're gonna do what we're gonna do. And we're gonna add them a serving at a time. So look. Okay. And we're gonna keep adding, cause I just got one bunch of them, but it was a big bunch. It was a really big bunch. But I think they're gonna taste good because after that flavor of the turkey wings get in there, and then you gotta think, you season it to your liking. I use some complete seasoning, some house seasoning my mom made up, and some salt, not salt, but chicken bouillon and some sugar. I love the sweet savory taste combination that goes along with the collard greens. It's such a good, they coexist so good together. So we're just gonna add that in there. I'm gonna add this seasoning. You see that? Okay. And we're cooking this in the Instapot. I don't know about what y'all do at y'all house, but we're cooking this in the Instapot today. And I'm gonna say this is my first time, so it's trial and error. So yeah. So we're gonna put that on there. Let me get the camera. We need to cook it on, I don't know. Let's just do a manual cook. And we're gonna cook it for about 45 minutes. Well, that's the cool down time, so we'll see how that goes. And then if we need to add more time, we can add more time. If we don't, we won't, okay? And we'll be right back with a taste test and a finished product. Okay, and this is what, let me steam the air off and then we'll be right back. Okay, now we depressurize and we're about to get a first look at our collard greens in the Instapot. What the mom? Mama, Mama, you better get into it, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He recording.
Yeah.
He
Mm.
is recording.
Mm.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna start the beef stew. And this is what it's looking like. Beef stew. So, nice, fresh, washed beef stew. So first thing first, we got 3 potatoes, and I have the carrots right there. I'm gonna first start off by peeling these potatoes, and then wash them off while I'm gonna peel them and cut them and let them wash for me while I make up my yeah. Now this is the challenge. I didn't like these things when I cooked. Oh boy. But I'm just using 3 potatoes because we don't have a big family or a big household to feed no more like we used to. So it's not taking that much to cook a meal. So I'm using 3 potatoes. And that's my son over there fooling around with them collards. So like I said, we probably won't get footage of the collards until they're done. But I think he's gonna do it the way that I was saying. It's gonna be in the Instapot. And yeah, I'll be back when I finish cutting this thing. All right. Okay, I'm back to the beef stew. I've already cut my potatoes up and my carrots. I'm just gonna slice them, and my mom's gonna rinse them off. Let me go ahead and do that because she's waiting on me. And I'm gonna cut these potatoes up. I just used 3 potatoes and 3 carrots because, like I say, thank you, baby. We're not feeding them. I mean, you know, we're cutting back here a lot too. With everybody's getting on board with my eating habit, and I'm getting on board with theirs. And we're just trying to incorporate so it's not requiring a lot of cooking. But anyway, back to the story. I'm gonna take this potato. I think I need another knife, Jeremiah.
What kind?
The kind that's,
Don't have to read it.
yeah, the kind that don't, I'm scared I'm gonna cut myself with it.
You still don't have to read it.
Thanks. Thank you. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna take this knife and I'm gonna cut my potatoes in half. And I don't know whether I wanna make them potato logs. You know that everybody get 1 or 2 potatoes a piece. And I think I will. And that way, because I'm gonna leave the carrots sort of kind of in a log form, so everything will cook about the same time, you know. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. And that way, when you plate it up, you have a choice of whether you want potatoes or not. And we still there having rice with it, so like I may not even eat rice. I may just eat a potato with mine. I'm still thinking about that, but of course I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. As far as I go. So now that I'm doing this, my mom is gonna wash these off for me as soon as I get it to her. And we're gonna make this happen. Carrot. It's gonna be a simple cut. I don't like cooked carrots. I really don't. But I eat a raw carrot. Ain't that funny? I don't like cooked celery. But I eat a raw celery. I was eating celery last night. We had spaghetti. And I ate 2 celery stalks with my spaghetti. And Mom, you got a plate? I can put these on. You can take them.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm giving her these so she can go rinse them off for me. Thank you. I appreciate all the help that my mama is giving me and the support. Oh man. And my mama's about to be 70 years old. But I'm gonna show y'all a picture. I'm gonna show y'all her. She don't even look it. Sometimes she act like, here you go, Mama. All right, we're gonna cook our meat in this. And how I'm gonna do my meat is, oh, Mama, can you pass me that? Okay, we're gonna need chicken bouillon. Okay, and this is how I'm gonna do it. It's gonna shock you, but I feel like I'm gonna own something with this one. And how I'm gonna season this meat is I'm gonna use some chicken bouillon, and this is gonna be interesting. The same pan that I'm gonna cook it in, I'm gonna season it in. We got thyme. A little thyme. Okay. Thyme. I'm gonna say a teaspoonful of thyme. Thyme. And I won't be seasoning it anymore. And I'm gonna use some onion powder. Or garlic powder. And black pepper. Black pepper, chicken bouillon, and oh yeah, some of my house seasoning, which is no salt. I'm gonna always say that. My house seasoning, just set on top of that one. And I'm gonna put a little bit of special seasoning in this. And the special seasoning has a little kick to it. I don't want it to kick too much because it's gonna make a gravy. So go over your rice, and some people just really like to taste rice, so right here anyway. Well, special seasoning. What's this one? Special seasoning. Let me get delicious. I'm trying to grab a knife. And I got it. Okay. Uh-oh. Special seasoning. A teaspoon of that. And I decided to do my seasoning first before I touch any meat or anything, because you don't want to contaminate your jars. And so that's my mayhem to that. And I love it this way because black pepper, not a teaspoon of that, maybe a little small. What's bigger, a teaspoon or a tablespoon? Whichever one is smaller than a teaspoon, no, tablespoon. So, okay, I will put a tablespoon of everything I told you ahead of time. Now a teaspoonful of black pepper. Not too much. So, a tablespoon of onion powder. As I use it, I'm closing it up and be done with it. Onion powder. Garlic powder. Well, y'all know what? I'm gonna get y'all down in here. Hold on one second. Let me finish pouring garlic powder. Okay. I'm making sure I close it back up before I touch any meat. So, because like I said, I don't want to contaminate my jars or anything of that nature. Because, you know, you have to be careful when you, my house seasoning. I told y'all I'm learning how to use my mechanics, my hands again. So work with me. I'm happy. I'm content. But my mama first snapped my baby. Honey, that dog, last night after they got me to bed, my dog is black, his name's Chocolate. Honey, Chocolate almost threw my mama down. She came in my room huffing and puffing. Now, this is by the spirit, palm. A palm. And that's not a and that's that. Now, I'm gonna get y'all down in this pot and show y'all what's next. You're not gonna see my face. You're gonna see these groceries. Let me, okay. I hope this is a good angle. Good. And that's all the seasoning that I'm gonna put in here. So now what I'm gonna do, all this good loving, the way I'm gonna do it, that's everything. Now I'm gonna take my meat and pour it in here. That's that. Pour my meat in there. And the vegetables, the carrots and stuff that my mom washed off. Pour it in there. And now, here comes the part that passes all understanding. I got a little bit of oil here, and I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of oil over this meat, just a little bit. Maybe a tablespoon, just to help me catch up them seasonings. Maybe that's a little more than a tablespoon, but so now I'm going with the hands, and I stir. And when I get through, I want y'all to see the coverage of this meat with the seasoning that ain't going nowhere but into flavor land. And normally I would cut an onion up in here, but I don't think we need one. My mama ain't said nothing, so I think we're pretty good on that. Unless she want an onion in it.
You don't have to.
No.
You don't have to.
Okay. Got some onions and bell peppers would really give it a lot of color too, and flavor. But let me get just a little more oil and sort of move this. If y'all can see what I'm seeing, and I hope y'all do. Look at that. Look at that meat. Just you talking about groceries? Look at those potatoes. Oh man. My God, on today. On this day, to be in this pot, you better know what you're asking for. So this meal right here, just by the aroma alone, it ain't even been cooked. Man, I'm scared of what's gonna happen when it meet the oven. I ain't gonna even shoot no lie. But and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of just a little more oil to it, just a little, because what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna add a little bit of flour so I can make a gravy. As it's cooking, and go from there. Yeah, there she go. There she go. There she go. You okay, Mom? You okay? Okay. There she go. If y'all can just get in on that meat, and the way I'm gonna position this food is I'm gonna put all this meat through here, and but let me get the flour on there. I don't need. Well, I may. She want me to pour a little bit of chicken broth in it. I don't think I need. I think I'd rather use water. But I think I got enough seasoning on. But how much is in that jar?
That kind of holds on.
Oh, I'll use it. I'll use it up. Okay, I done seasoned this meat now. It's seasoned. I mean, I know y'all see it. Y'all see it. I think y'all got a good angle. Can you open it for me? Mom? Can you open that broth for me? I need that flour. Okay, now I'm gonna take a little bit of flour and just sort of kind of let me. And coat it a little bit so the gravy can come on off in there. Uh-oh. That might be a little too much. Well, we just made a little boo-boo like I made. I'm gonna have to stir it up. It's gonna be kind of a thick gravy, but it's okay. If it's gonna be hitting the way it is, they're gonna be glad I made that little mistake up. But it's all good. Y'all can't tell me this ain't gonna go down. It's going down. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna place my carrots and stuff kind of nice and neat around it, and potatoes around it. And yeah, and put everything in the center, because I'm not gonna be stirring it and all that kind of stuff. It's gonna cook as if it's in like a crock pot, whatever. And let everything do what it do. And once it do what it do, you're gonna stick a fork in it, and you better do what you do. Yeah, I'm just that person, whatever. I'm very, this is not a new thing for me. I've always been this picky about my preparation of my food. You eat with your eyes, and if the presentation is beautiful, the food is beautiful. Cause boy, if you get that eye candy right, that palate gonna fall asleep. It ain't gonna have no choice but say, boy, that's just as good as it looks. Look. And so, let that be that. Look, I should have some more carrots in. No, I'm not playing in. I'm looking for carrots. I'm missing a carrot. Yeah, I'm missing a carrot. Oh well. It is that serious, but it ain't that serious. 1, 2. I'm missing just one. Y'all, I really need to find that carrot. I really need to find my carrot now. Oh well. It'll cook. I mean, that it will do. But it's about presentation that I want. Now, I'm just gonna pour the rest of this chicken broth in here. I guess you can use the rest of the chicken broth when you make the rice. Cause I didn't want to add no more to it. Got it. Yeah. 2, 4, 6. A carrot. I don't know if y'all noticed this or not about me. I don't cook with a lot of butter either. Never really have. All right, consider this done. All right, y'all. And now it's done. Look at that. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing but taste that all through here. All right, y'all. We're about to put this in the oven. And, child. Let me take these gloves off so I can wrap it up. All right. Yes, ma'am. The pie's out? Yeah. That will really hurt my foot. Okay, y'all, we'll see you in a few.
Okay, here's that beef stew my mom prepared. You see those potatoes fork tender like chicken. Those carrots fork tender. That meat tender. And we're just gonna give it a nice good look. Bam! Oh my god, I can't wait to eat. Woo! Here we go. And that gravy, get into it. Get into it. I wish I could taste this, but I'll do the tasting for y'all, and I will definitely make sure y'all get a good. I don't know. I'm just gonna eat this. I'm just gonna eat it. Okay. Bye.